Hello, church. I miss you, the in-person you. And I know that we all want to hurry back, and we're getting all sorts of advice in every direction about how we will begin again and what it will look like in our homes, in our community, and right here in our church. I read a prediction this week, though, that I think is quite wise. He said, one of the most challenging aspects of the COVID-19 recovery will be disagreements over acceptable post-COVID social norms between friends and family. Hurt feelings will abound if we are not careful. Then he went on to say, extend lots of grace. Everyone is different. That prediction is already coming to pass. I know it is in my family when my sons scold me for something I've done that's outside of their comfort zone. We see it in the protests that are happening in the nation, or there's actually been some cruel and even one deadly response to a person imposing limits on those who didn't want one. People are labeling each other. Cautious people are being called soft, whereas optimistic people who don't see any problem with it are called reckless. And then we start getting into our political corners, and that just sets fuel to the fire. Things can get pretty ugly pretty quickly. Grace is needed in all these situations. Grace that realizes that we are all different and we are all children of God. 1 Corinthians 12 speaks to that. And here it is in the version called The Message. We each used to independently call our own shots, but then we entered into a large and integrated life in which Christ has a final say in everything. The old labels we once used to identify ourselves are no longer useful. What he's saying is we are all different, but we are all one body, one entity, one integrated community. And he's also saying, that the writer of Corinthians, that we are a unique blend of differences, of different experiences and vulnerabilities and temperaments and preferences and tendencies and talents. And so how do we take a graceful approach at a time when all of our emotions are on edge? The one who made that quote offered as well 4 attitudes for COVID-19 recovery that he claims will strengthen our ability to honor each other. And I share them with you because I think they have much merit. First of all, what if we look at optimistic people who we may call reckless, but instead we see them as helping us to all stay positive and to embrace uncertainty as an opportunity? And then what if we look at cautious people, helping us to remain sensitive to those who have grave concerns and may even make us slow down and make more prudent decisions? In the different approaches, what if we take away our pride that somehow tells us that we have the right answer at the exclusion of others? And the fourth attitude is to remember that people matter more than opinions. Being in a healthy relationship with people is a privilege though that requires us to love and honor and show grace to the other. And when we are highly opinionated and force our opinion on someone else, sometimes that can be very hurtful. So the bottom line is this: when this crisis, whenever it is, starts to wind down, there will be plenty among us who got some things right. And there will be plenty among us who got some things wrong. Some will have blown it out of proportion, and some will not have taken it seriously enough. But what will any of that matter if we reassimilate only to end up socially distant again? Not because of our virus, but because of our inability to offer grace and love. So bottom line, choose grace and have a blessed day.